Hey everyone, welcome to Mastering Post-Production Sound. This is the channel where we talk about all things post-production sound related. My name is Catalan. I'm an Emmy-nominated sound re-recording mixer and industry coach. And today we are answering one of your questions. We got a question from The Lost Guitar. I think that's the name. But The Lost Guitar asked, how do you get comfortable or know a room that you've never mixed before? For instance, I'm working on a feature film right now, and I've never mixed in this dub stage before, but it was a great question because I know several rooms around, Hollywood, Burbank area here in LA. I know them very well because I've mixed on them a lot. But what about when you get in an environment where you've never mixed before, right? That's a really good question. Well, one of the things that we like to do, and I always recommend, is taking something that you know, that you're familiar with, and playing it there on that dub stage, whether it's a big stage, medium, small. Take something that you know you've worked on, you know what it sounds like, because that's going to give you the characteristics of that dub stage, okay? So what I thought would be cool is, since I am finaling this film right now that we're working on together with one of my longtime collaborators and just all around awesome friends, Jeff Haboush, who is a 4-time Oscar-nominated re-recording mixer, I thought I'd pull him in the mix because a lot of what I learned as far as listening environments go come from sitting alongside Jeff. So I'm going to let Jeff explain the philosophy that I have inherited as well, because I learned from him, on how he adapts and how he takes his mixes into other mixes to learn the characteristics sonically of those mix stages that he's never worked in. So let's take a moment. Take it away, Jeff. As a mixer, you've been in many stages before. How do you ensure that going to a new stage that you've never worked before, you know what's going to sound like, and what is your approach mix wise?
That's a really good question. I've been very fortunate to have the opportunity to work in many mixing stages in Los Angeles, New York, London, sometimes people's garage home theaters. One of the things when I go to a new stage, it's very important for me to connect with the engineering and the recordist, mix tech, and go through the alignment of the room, make sure it's SPL'd correctly, ask whatever questions, tone out anything you're bringing, just make sure that the room is set to the standard. But the most important thing for me is I have a reference demo of multiple things that I have mixed in the past. Feature films that are 10 years old, 20 years old, 1 year old, some shows, and I am able to put them up. What I've been able to use is a 5.1. I'm not trying to go crazy with any Atmos or this or that. Just a basic 5.1 Printmaster will tell it all. We put that up in the stage. I set the stage to 85. I listen to it, and it pretty much lets me know what that room sounds like. Recently, I've been working at the 424 Culver stages, and I have never worked here before. I'm having a wonderful time. It's really great. I brought my demo tape, and I was able to demo drive, and I was able to listen to the rooms, which are set up by engineer Mike Novich. And he's, Mike I've known for many years. I put my demos up, and they were spot on. The thing that's kind of cool about this facility is they also have these reflective rooms where Amazon has these screens that are giant TV screens, and there's no speakers behind the screen. The Myers reflective sound, it comes from the ceiling and reflects off the screen, and you listen to them. I was able to also go into those rooms just as a education, and I was able to use my demos to listen to those. Very cool. You can hear some different things, and it's very educational. So I would recommend to anybody that is going to go into a new room, have something that you're really, really familiar with. Take a moment, say, hey, I need to listen to this, put it up, and it would be so beneficial to what you're about to do.
So most of the people that are probably watching this stuff are not mixing on awesome dub stages like this, right?
Yep.
They're maybe mixing in their
home
bedroom.
theater garage.
Yeah. But I always like to give the advice, hey, if they can have a little bit of money in a budget to take your mix that you've done in your garage or in your room and go to a stage, even if it's half a day to listen to it. Isn't that a great thing to kind of do, so you can kind of understand and hear like maybe what you have?
Oh, absolutely. That's actually a kind of a Joel Catalan thing. He's offered that up to some of his colleagues, and he's if you have an opportunity to go to a room that you know is completely aligned, completely set with your product, maybe you don't have a demo tape. If you can go somewhere and listen to it, again, it would be very educational for you. You could grab the volume control of the stage. You could listen to it at 80, 82, 83, 85. You could sweep it till you hear a level, and you go, oh my gosh, I've been listening to my mix at 60 in my room.
Very low, right? Exactly.
And you could like find, it would be, again, you will find out a lot of stuff.
Well, that's great. Well, Jeff, thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Anytime.
Appreciate it. Huge shout out to my good friend and colleague, Jeffrey J. Haboush, for taking a minute and answering one of these very, very important questions. The great thing that I get to learn and do is sit alongside somebody who's really been in the trenches for, gosh, Jeff has been doing it for, over 30 years, 40 years, something like that. It's crazy, right? So when you have people that you can learn from, it's awesome. So special shout out to Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for taking time to just spend a minute educating and sharing some insight to our community here. Friend, I am so glad you're here. And if you're new here, friend, would you consider clicking the subscribe button? Let me know in the comments. Are you a sound editor, sound designer, re-recording mixer? Either way, I'm just thrilled that you are here. Friend, I will check you out over here in one of the videos here on the side or in next week's episode.